How's it going, YouTube? This is Games81. Today I made two big purchases. Very exciting day, actually. I've been looking for these cabinets for a while. I'm going to review on one of them on this video. My next video is going to be a surprise. I'm not going to tell you what other cabinet I bought. As you know, this behind me is a Neo Geo. I did a review on that a little while ago. And this video is going to be over the Playchoice 10. I'll give you a couple hints on the other cabinet I picked up. The same owner had it. I saw it. I'm like, holy shit. Are you selling that? And he's like, sure, I'll sell it to you. Got a great deal on it. It's the number 4th most popular game of all time, according to KLOV, which is Killer List of Video Games, which is a website. Also, if you're familiar with my other channel, it'll probably give you a good hint as far as what I picked up. It's a retro arcade for sure. But let's talk about the Playchoice 10. This came out in 1986. It's by Nintendo. It might be hard to see, but it's got two monitors. Okay. It used to be, a lot of them were conversions from the old Punch-Out, which were also dual screen. Came out in 1986. Essentially what it is, it plays Nintendo games. There's 54 different games released for the system. And similar to the Neo Geo, what it is, it can hold up to 10 games. So the Neo Geo could actually hold up to 6, depending on the cab you got. This one's 4. This actually holds up to 10. There's 3 different versions of this cabinet. Okay, there's a dual screen, alright? There's also a single monitor version. And there's also a very rare laptop, like cocktail arcade version. They all hold the same amount of games. The single version arcade, I think, might hold a few less games. I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you. But as far as rarity, it definitely goes from the cocktail. This is the second most rare, and then the single monitor is actually a kit, a conversion kit as well. So a lot of people had those. You guys might be familiar with like the Versus cabinets as well from Nintendo, and those are just single game arcades, whereas this could play up to 10. Now, in my right hand right here, I have a PCB of a Nintendo game. As you can see, it's fairly small. Oops, upside down. Now, in my left hand, I've got the PCB of a Playchoice 10. Now, this particular cabinet arcade, I got 16 games for it. As I said before, there's 54 total games. This right here is Pro Wrestling, and it says the title right here. Now, as far as rarity goes, the more common games like this will probably sell anywhere from 20 bucks on eBay. I've seen the more rare ones sell for over 100. So it really depends as far as rarity. Now, similar to the SNK and what they did with the Neo Geo, Nintendo did the same thing with these games. As in, you couldn't just buy a Nintendo cart and plug it into this arcade, because they were worried about owners buying these games and using that. So they obviously made it different. They are not compatible, although I've heard there's a person in Europe that's been able to convert Nintendo PCBs to play on the arcade, which would be cool. Let's take a closer look at how this arcade switches out, and let's see this thing. Here's a closer look at this cabinet. Same design. Really, a lot of these cabinets for Nintendo look a lot like Donkey Kong, Mario Brothers. It's a dual screen. It also comes with a light gun, which is really cool. You got games like Hogan Alley and Duck Hunt. Now, there is a difference in games as far as Nintendo games and games on here. There's a second screen, and it shows you the kind of instruction screen. There's also a timer, and the timer was used for I think it was standard about 300 seconds, which was about 5 minutes. And the reason they did that is quite simply, a lot of the Nintendo games were a lot easier than the arcade games at the time. Contra, for example, had the 30 live code, so what they wanted to do was to prevent someone just playing it all day. They wanted to have some kind of time limit on here. This one's actually set up to free play, and so the time limit is not set up to work. I can change that, of course. Now, the single monitor, now the time limit on this one has it on the first screen here. Now, on the single monitor, there's actually like a number, LCD number thing as well that counts down. There's this artwork. Let's check out the back. Oh, here, real quick. Here's the controls. You got your select channel, so you can select your game. Your enter, so you can choose your game. Select and start, just like a controller. This is your reset, and then you got your two controllers right here, and you got your speakers and light gun. So here's the back of the cabinet, and you've got your model number and your rating. This is 38554, serial number. And open to the back so you can kind of see what the back looks like without the back on. Alright, so I don't know how well you can see me, but you got this back board right here, okay? And this is the on-off to turn off the system. Now, when you do this, when you switch out the boards, you got to make sure that the thing is powered off. So first thing we're going to do is you open it up, you pull out these plugs right here. There's 2 different plugs. You pull this, and there's tabs here. So you want to pull these tabs off. they kind of like tacks. They snap out pretty easily, and this board comes out, and essentially these are the games right here. So right here, pull this one out. That's Mario Brothers. So what you want to do is you can just put in whatever game you want in whatever order you want. You plug it back in, and you make sure that there's tracks here. You gotta make sure it lines up with. And you slide them in, make sure it's flush, and you make sure the pins, the tacks, are snapped in. You hook these back up. And you're good to go. This is a little more complicated than the Neo Geo, as I showed you in the previous video. So I got this thing powered up, and as you can see right here is your select screen. If you go to channel select, I've got Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Bros. 2, Balloon Fight, Castlevania, Gradius, Tyson's Punch Out, Excite Bike, Contra, Russian Attack, and Trojan loaded in this right now. Let's go check out a couple games. Center. First thing you'll notice is this is the menu screen here. It tells you instructions. You got your time limit right here, kind of what to do. If you push enter, you got your more instructions and how you can grow, and sometimes they give you some tips as far as how you could best play it. Start it up. Sounds really good. It plays really well. It's definitely a collector's item to have in a game room for sure. It controls it really well. So let's reset it. Go to channel select. One of my favorite games. One thing you'll notice is also it's going to take you to this weird screen, this log, and I think what it is you can put your initials here and it keeps track of your score, highest score, etc. and so forth. You can pass that. But classic game. But overall, this is it. This is the Playchoice 10. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll show you my next cab next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.